Hey guys, sorry about the whole. Oh dang it, he's gonna have to move. Not that. I was saying sorry about the whole time it took me so long to start recording. I just kind of procrastinated the past couple weeks. Well, mainly a couple days, but last couple weeks I've actually couldn't just do it, or at least because of internet problems and everything like that. But I'm finally here, and if you're wondering what this is that I'm playing, it's Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. And this isn't my first time playing it. I already played like a bunch of it the last couple days. We already finished one of the worlds. It's called Town Center, which is right over there. And let's say this game is a lot bigger than the last two games. Like the Garden Warfare 2 and Garden Warfare 1, because there's just way more to do in this. It's literally like open world. You can go pretty much all over the place. And this is the plant side called Dave Manor. It's a giant mansion that's like all falling apart. And I can't sit down right now because Kitty's in the way. I'll just move all this to the side. There we go. But anyway, that's that taken care of. Anyway, but yeah, I'm finally making a video today. And this is Rux, by the way. Rux is still in the game. I'm going to turn up the volume so you can hear the game. This is Rux over here. He doesn't always sell stuff. Yeah, he ain't selling anything right now. But anyway, I'm going to give you guys a tour of the game right now. I will make more videos on it in the future. I was going to make videos of me doing like boss battles of the worlds for the first time and like different ops and maybe online. But anyway, I kind of already did all that stuff, so I would be just redoing it for you guys so you guys can see me do it. This is where you promote your characters, by the way. Just giving you guys a tour for people who haven't played the game yet. This is where you promote your characters after level 10. My Snapdragon right now is Super Elite, level 2 at the moment. There's this giant, I forgot what these things are called. It's not a piano because it's got that. I'm gonna see if I can try to make the Omega Flowey theme. Oh, let me start again. I kind of messed it up. Sorry. Oh, that's that. The Omega Farley theme. That's like the easiest one that I can do at the moment. I don't know how to do any others. Alright, here's a customization set. Or a costume, kinda. Not really. For the Chomper. All these customizations. This mouthpiece, this hat, and this back piece. I have all of that from doing Town Center. Here's the character booth. If you listen closely, it makes the exact same noises the mannequin things in Hello Neighbor made when you had to avoid the shopping cart area or whatever one level. If you've played Hello Neighbor, you should know what I'm talking about. With there's just one like extra level to get a power to help you with the neighbor. I think it's an invisibility. And yeah, there's this area with mannequins in that and like they make the exact same noise as this thing. You probably can't hear it, but I mean, I don't know. Anyway, here's the XP thing. It's where if you buy it, if you boost your XP by spending money, and it costs like 15,000 coins. This is the target range. There's also one for the zombies as well. This is just the plants. Hold on, I'm just checking something. I'm gonna see if I can do something like this. Oh, I got it. Alright, anyway. Moving on. This is where you can customize these, like, victory slabs. This is Chip Chisels. He's a gnome. I got this now. And I got this. And then I got this. I like this one and I like this one, but like this one's like really overused. Like everyone uses that one, so I prefer this one. I also got mallets. And then this one, I got a baseball. Got a baseball and a mallet. I wonder what that would look like. But anyway, there's a lot of secret areas. Like, I don't know what this is going to be. And I also don't know what that's going to be. This is where you can look at the credits. I never really look at it. Same thing, I wonder about this. I wonder what's going to be down there. These are the different free roam worlds that are huge. And they take forever to complete because there's a lot of stuff you got to do and find. This is Town Center, and this is Nightcap right here. Apparently Nightcap is a female in this game. It was a guy in the Plants vs. Zombies Heroes. Me and my dad pretty much 90% completed this. And for me to prove it to you, there it is right there. We got 90% complete. We got all the bounties collected, all the ops, all the diamond gnomes, all the gold gnomes, all the chests, tapes, and the only thing we have left to do is the battle chests, and that's pretty much it, and also the costumes. If you want me to preview it, here's a costume you can get for the sunflower. It's like all kinds of like pool party, which I don't care for. There's a rose one, which honestly doesn't look bad, but I don't care for the rose. And then here's the one that I have, the chomper one. And then the one I want, the oak and acorn pink catastrophe, which is like a pink elephant thing. Which looks cool, but it's also it just looks cool in my opinion. There's a lot of stuff on it. It's got a lot of detail. But it costs like medals. I don't have 50 medals on 37. But anyway, we pretty much got the entire town center done. Now our next one we're working on now. We just recently started working on it. Well, I've been working on it for a while. My dad's now with me in on it, so we're working on it now. Is Mount Steep. And we're only at 66% done with it, I think. 65% or 65% done with it. Now, I don't have all the costumes. Like, this is the one I almost have completely finished. Like, I think I do have this one completely finished. The only thing I'm missing is the neck piece. I have the hat. I have the thing that goes around the tip of her cap. And then I have the thing on her back, which is a little mine pickaxe. But other than that, I'm almost done. This one I don't have. My dad probably would like it. It's a blue corn. A blue bowl is what it's called. And then there's this, the lawful good set for the citron. And then this cactus set. But yeah, me and my dad have been working on this one. We have like 13 out of 24 gold gnomes. I have all the diamond gnomes. My dad only has 2. There's one we still have left to do. And then we still got one more bounty to go. And then I have no ops done. I have all the fondue, but we're still missing some chests. We're still missing a lot of stuff. Anyway, let me give you more of a tour. This thing is where you can switch to zombies. This is the world globe. This is the new version of the multiplayer portal. It's much bigger. And it's quicker. Like, when it starts up, it's faster. I will probably eventually make a video in the future, maybe sometime this week, of me doing some ops on either team, Plants and Zombies. I also have Acorn to, this is actually a legendary hat that I got for the Snapdragon. Anyway, I'm gonna go down here. This is the area that leads to this place called Giddy Park, which is like a carnival area. Which normally, this is open, like, to the public for more people to join and do whatever. But, the only thing is that, well, I have it on private because when it is open to the public, it's actually really badly lagging and you can barely do anything, so I had to make it private. So it's just me and my friends and my dad. Also, eventually some people are going to be moving in. So we're going to have more people that's going to be living over here where I'm at. And also, this is a like little train area. I'll show you this. Which I've already read this thing a lot, but anyway, this is a legendary hat that I'm wearing. It's like a volcano. It has a face on the front, but you can't see it. I'll see if I can. That's what it looks like. Hold on, let me try that again. I know I got gestures for opening, like, I had a 1 million pack opening in the Rewardotron 9000, which is actually the new, like, sticker shop. They used to have a sticker shop where you can get stuff rewards out of, but now you don't do that no more. Now it's a Rewardotron, which is like a giant, like, toy machine that pops out those little plastic bubble things that have a reward inside of it. I did a 1 million one already. I already saved up to 1 million coins and bought it. I got 2 legendary hats. I already told you I got this one for the Snapdragon, a volcano. And then I got one for the imp that's like hair. It just looks like normal black hair, but it pops out every once in a while a little like bug that plays with these drums. Oh yeah, there's also a giant garlic over there that I can summon, but I don't really know how to do it. I don't know how you summon the garlic. But anyway, our ride's starting to come to an end. It's a tour. Get it? It just makes sense because, you know, I'm like giving a tour. But yeah, one of my 3 favorite characters for plants is Snapdragon, Acorn and Oak, and Chomper. And everything. They made the game more cartoony. They have like different. Their health bar looks different. Their abilities are different. There's like rides that you can take in this place. Like you can actually ride the giant wheel, and you can also ride the merry-go-round. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to where I was. I'm gonna go ahead and head back up here. Alright, I'm just gonna actually just go to this. I'm gonna switch to zombies real quick. This is the legendary hat that I got for the imp. It just looks like hair, but if I kill like a plant hero or a boss, it actually opens up and it's like all crazy. It actually is pretty cool. I also wonder what this is gonna be. I don't know what it is. On zombies, I like to play the imp, and I've been recently liking the space cadet. I haven't actually started these 2 areas yet. Pressure Pier and Weirding Woods. I haven't actually been checking out these 2 areas yet. I've looked at Weirding Woods a little bit and did a little bit of it. Like I fought the boss there and collected a couple chests, but that's about it. I have not checked out Pressure Pier yet. I don't know what it is yet. I mean, I've looked at Pressure Pier, the actual place, but it's not what it looks like. Anyway, this is the target range for the zombies, called Zomboss Obligatory Accuracy Test. actually not that hard to do. There's also this little, like, oh yeah, here's the XP thing for here. This is like a dance floor area. It's called the Dance Hall of Obedience. I can never do this thing. It's kind of tough. I'm actually going to do a little bit of it. I've gotten pretty far before. I have to avoid the tiles that electrocute you. I always like to stay in the middle most of the time, because most of the time the middle doesn't ever really get attacked for the early stages. I tried pressing the jump button, but I forgot you can't jump. I've gotten pretty far in this before. Whoops. I got a rare achievement. 60. Get a score of 25 or higher in the Dance Hall of Obedience. I got a rare achievement. 27 rounds. You got 1,000 coins from that. And got an extra 1,350. Oh yeah, I'm already at like 771,000 coins at the moment. I don't play zombies actually that much. Like, they're not my thing. Zombies are alright, but I prefer plants. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and show you one last thing, and then I'm actually going to show you some of the new characters and their abilities. Mainly the new characters, or actually just all of them in general. This is the Rux's place for what it looks like for the zombies' place. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and show you the characters now, because this is everything. For Imp, obviously he's got his primary fire. It's the same. He's got Imp Kata, and I feel like they buffed it just a tiny bit, or nerfed it. I don't know. He also, every character has a sprint animation. That's what his looks like. And then here's Gravity Grenade, which I don't think is as good as the one in Garden Warfare 2. And then his mech, I feel like, is way better. His gun feels better in it. Also, what they did is they made it to where when you die in your mech, you actually just eject out of it. You don't just like die altogether. Anyway, here's a primary fire, and they're doing a missile barrage. And then he can also punch the ground, which is really cool. And then of course he can eject. He can't emote while he's in it. That's the thing that kind of sucks. He has 350 health in it. I can't run or anything like that. But yeah, I like what they did with the mech in this game. The gun, I feel like, is way better. Anyway, that's the Imp. Here's the Soldier. Which right now, the Soldier's actually not very good. Here's his Sprint. He uses a little rocket thing to help him sprint around. And then here's his primary fire, still technically the same. He's got the Stink Bomb, which is still not that bad. It's not that dark. You can see clearly right through it. It's not like the other stink cloud. In the first and second game, it was actually really hard for you to see through it. But now, you can see through it. He has the rocket jump still. He also still has the ZPG as well. That's pretty much it about him. Yeah, they kind of got rid of his rocket leap and the other abilities like that, which kind of sucks in my opinion. Here's Super Brains, which they also changed. I thought there was... Here's a Sprint, which he looks like he's flying. But anyway, there is I thought I saw a combo where he can hold the shield up. Yes, he has a shield now. You can hold the shield up while he's in the air and doing all these crazy combos. But, you know, you can't do that. You can't attack while he has a shield up. That's what sucks. And then he can also still has his punch. And then he can't shoot like his beam anymore, so instead he has this, which is actually very strong. It can one-shot like nightcaps and stuff like that. He still got his turbo twister, which isn't really that good. And then he can knock and punch himself in the air and then do slam down the ground. And then he can also do this. He can do his Ultra Ball still. But yeah, they changed a couple things. There is an upgrade in the future where he's actually able to like punch 4 times. Here's 80s Action Hero, which I also customized. That's his sprint ability, or sprint, what it looks like. Which a lot of people play 80s Action Hero and Electric Slide. He has a crossbow, that's what he has. That's what his is. And he can also charge it up 3, so that way it's 3. And then he can also do 1 where it does 1 big blast, like that. He can also throw down a bomb behind him, like that. And then he can shoot missiles off his shoulder, like missile rockets. And then he can press the Y and do this, which is OP. Anyway, that's 80s Action Hero. Here's Electric Slide. Which most people actually like Electric Slide. Here's her Sprint. She got like rocket boots and this roller skates. She throws electricity. Anyway, that's that. And then she can also throw down this little thing, this like ball thing that knocks people back. It's really annoying. And I've actually dealt with it a lot. Anyway, here's her Y ability, which she turns into like an energy warp. She's invincible while she's in this. And then finally she summons like a little lightning tornado, which also explodes into like a little lightning field. And that's all of her abilities. And then here's Captain Deadbeard. He can still run. This is his run. He's still got the primary fire. That's pretty much exactly the same. He doesn't do as much damage though. He's more of an actual like Widowmaker from Overwatch. You charge it up for its full blast and then shoot it and do a lot of damage. And then finally, or not finally, I don't know why I said that. He's got the barrel still in this game. It lights up now, and then he gets out of it and then it explodes. Which, trying to kill, in my opinion, I think trying to kill plants with that thing will be a lot harder in this game because they run away now. Like, every character has a sprint, so most of the time you'd have to sneak up behind them with it. Anyway, he's got an anchor now. Instead of a cannon rodeo, he has a grapple now. Like, I'll show you the grapple. Like right here. He pulls himself to the like a location like that. And he can snipe and do all that kind of stuff. I got customizations on, by the way. This is in the default Deadbeard. Oh, whoops. I pulled on the cord. I'm trying to get to stay up. Sorry, I kind of smacked the tablet. Anyway, this is the parrot. This is the drone. You can still go up with it, and you can also go down. It's got his primary fire, which is pretty much the exact same as in the last game. His Y ability is different. He throws just a big bomb down on the ground, which can get a lot of kills. I want to see if I can actually get my grapple to go up there. Yep, his grapple's pretty good. Here's the All-Star. Which I don't have anything for the All-Star yet. All-Star Sprint. That's his primary fire. It's kind of like a minigun in a way. He's still got the imp punt, which is probably still just as OP as it is in the last game. And then here's his Y ability. He's still got his ultra tackle. Now, the only thing they really changed about the All-Star is the fact that his tackle dummy now comes with a big shield dome like Winston from Overwatch. It can protect, it's just literally a shield. It's not very strong though. Like, all it takes is you can either destroy the shield or go inside and break the dummy. It's just not as good as the actual thing. Lasts longer than Winston's shield though. Definitely. And here's one of the new characters, Space Cadet. She's kind of like the Imp and Hover Goat. She's like a fusion of the Imp and Hover Goat. She's got the laser gun and moves around kind of like the Hover Goat, but then she's got a space station that she can create, kind of like it's like similar to the Z-Mech, except for you can have more people on it. And I'll have to show you in a second. Here's her primary fire. It's like a laser gun. She can zoom in with it, by the way, and then she has this charge shot. And then she's got the left bumper where she can launch herself into the air and smash down. Which is like that. Which does a lot of damage. I've had to deal with it a lot. And then here's her Y ability, which is the space station like I was talking about. Her primary fire is this laser that she can shoot repeatedly. Which most people who do it shoot really slow. But you actually don't have to do that. You can have up to 4 space cadets. Like 3 or 4. I'm pretty sure it's 4 though. Because I'm looking at like the rims on the sides. They were telling me that it's actually only like... I don't know if you actually saw the space cadet last couple seconds there. Hold on, sorry, I'm kind of... Anyway, that's her primary fire. She can do more. She can also, the more space cadets that attach to this thing, the more health she can get. I might have already said that. I already forgot. Sorry. And then her right bumper is this giant laser, which can do a lot of damage. I didn't even realize that thing was actually sliding. Sorry, this thing doesn't want to stay stationary. Anyway, this left bumper what it does is it actually lowers the makes the cooldown on that big laser come back quicker, which you can't see it because the way I have my camera set up. There are 2 other abilities for the Space Cadet's space station that she's able to do, but I can't do it unless if I have other people on it. It's like a homing missile that she can control and follow, and then she can launch it at other planets, and then she can also pull up these little like circular like disc blue shields that cover the space station. Other than that, there's not much else. This thing can actually hover. Oh, I can keep this in the air. Are you serious? This thing can actually stay in the air. This thing can double jump. I actually didn't know that myself. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, here's her sprint. Anyway, that's the Space Cadet. Here's the scientist. Which some people are saying the scientist is actually like a fusion of Mercy and Tracer. Actually, I don't think that's the case. I don't see why people are saying he's like Mercy. If his healing ability is actually more like the scientist from TF2. It's kind of like that. And then the left bumper is like a grenade that he can throw on the ground, but the sticky grenades don't explode. Instead, the sticky grenades actually just are like little healing auras. And then also his Y ability is the teleport. He can have up to 3, kind of like Tracer. That's the thing. That's like Tracer, but his healing ability isn't anything like Mercy's. It's if anything, it's like the Doctor from TF2, and it's also kind of like Moira from Overwatch. Mercy's is more like a connected heal beam like Sunflower. Then there's the Engineer, which he still has the exact same primary fire. His sprint is the Jackhammer. His stun grenade now it throws into multiple little stun grenades that follow plants around, which is really OP. He can also throw down this little device that increases your movement speed like by a massive amount, like this. Like it's very fast. Like here's the normal one, and then when I go over it, it's way faster. And then of course, his turret, like he had in the other game, his turret is now this. Instead of him actually riding a turret and controlling it, it's now just like a normal turret that he throws down on the ground, kind of like Torbjorn's turret in Overwatch. And then when you stand next to it, you get increased fire rate, and also you pretty much get infinite ammo. Like I'll shoot once, and then instantly refills. But yeah, that's his turret. It's alright. It's not very strong, just like Torb's turret. Alright, that's all of them. Here's the plants. I actually have got a costume for Pea Shooter, which looks really cool. Almost everybody who's been here at week 4, this is the reward for being here for week 4, the Founders Edition. I think today's the 30th, right?
What?
Is today the 30th?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, today, this is the 30th, and 30th is actually the last day that Battle for Neighborville is actually going to come out, or going to be out, and then after that, and if you don't have it by today, you're pretty much just not going to get it until October 18th is when the full game releases. Anyway, here's Pea Shooter Sprint. It looks like it's Hyper, but he doesn't actually have Hyper anymore. Instead, he just gets a jump boost like this. Which also, while he has this active, he can glide. Like that. And then his primary fire is pretty much the same. He can still throw the chili bean. which isn't as strong as in the last game, at least from what I know. He's still got the P Gatling, which is OP. Here's the Chomper. I also have a costume for him, and some of the customizations I mentioned I already had. This is his run. That's what it looks like. He only has one way of actually eating zombies now. He can still chomp. He now has a ranged attack, kind of like the Snapdragon. I'll get to him soon. It's called the Slobber Shot, and it's infinite ammo. It's more like a straightforward shot. It's alright. But it doesn't overheat, because the Snapdragon has infinite ammo and everything as well, except for his ranged attack and his melee are actually, they run out, they burn out, and you have to wait a cooldown. Anyway, here's the Chomper Spikeweed. He can actually throw it out. He can throw up to 2 of them, and then he has to wait a cooldown. I think he can eat zombies on Spikeweeds, I don't know, but I know he can with the burrow, which is this. He can eat zombies with the burrow. I think that's the only way he can eat zombies now. His right bumper is like a somewhat of kind of like a goop, but it's more like a toxic field, and if zombies walk through it, they take damage. That's like his new goop, which is alright. He's not as OP. And anyway, here's the corn. I don't play the corn very much at all. Here's a sprint, which his sprint looks like he's freaking out, like he's spazzing out, like terrified for his life. He's still got the same primary fire and does the exact same thing. His left bumper's... What is this left bumper? His left bumper is like a flashbang explosive. He's still got Husk Top. And then he's got his right bumper, which is the Shuck Shot. But she fires one and then the second one. He doesn't fire both at the same time. So he's got more straightforward abilities. So they did change some things. This is one of the new characters, Nightcap, which is broken, and they said they are going to change her a lot. She reminds me of Genji and Sombra from Overwatch. She's like a ninja. She sprints like Genji. She has a double jump like Genji, except for her second jump isn't really much of a jump. It's more like a prolonged jump where it just makes it last longer in the air. And then her primary fire is she shoots kind of like Zenyatta. And there's these little spores. And then she could throw down this little field where if zombies walk in it, they have really messed up controls where they can't control where they're going. And her right bumper turns her invisible. And she gets at least up to 2. And she can actually sprint really fast in this. And her Y ability is the most devastating part about her, and one of the most reasons most people play her. And it's this, which is called Fung Fu. But yeah, I feel like my friend Bookish Cat would actually like her because she's like a ninja. She's a couple different characters mixed in one. She is getting nerfed though. And then here's one of my favorite characters. I already showed you Snapdragon at the start. And here's his sprint. He just flies. His left bumper is like a giant slam attack, which is pretty OP. His Y ability is like a fireball. That's a homing missile. If you can directly hit it onto someone, it can do a lot of damage. His right bumper is a flame wall, which is actually goes pretty far and does a lot of damage. His primary fire is a flamethrower, which he's just like the Chomper. He's literally exactly like the Chomper, except for his primary fire is not a chomp, it's a flamethrower. And his secondary fire is also a ranged attack, except for, like I said, his has a cooldown over time. He shoots like fireballs, and now I'm burnt out. Anyway, that's the Snapdragon. Here's the Cactus, which I don't care for either. They changed some stuff about her. Her run also looks really wonky and weird. I don't know how she's running with really tiny stubby feet. Anyway, and her primary fire shoots exactly like the Bandit Cactus. She's got really fast fire. And also, she's just like the Deadbeard. She can zoom in and scope. And you gotta wait for the meter to be full. Or if you want to do more damage. It does most damage like this. But it takes up ammo, just like Widowmaker. So you also can put down potato mines, just like in the last game, up to 4. And then her right bumper is actually not a walnut anymore. She can't put down walnuts no more. Instead, she actually just flies in the air like this. She makes herself fly in the air for like a short second. And then her drone is still in the game. It's the Cactus garlic drone. It's a bit harder to control though. You can actually zoom in with the drone too. That's a good thing, because I remember in the last game and the first game, you couldn't zoom in with the drone. And then her Y ability is pretty OP. It's like multiple little bombs that she shoots out. And then here's the Citron. I actually have a costume for the Citron that makes him all lime green. His sprint ability is his ball mode, just to let you guys know. Because his ability to actually stay in ball mode even while standing still, he can't do that. He can only go in ball mode by sprinting. And he can also go in ball mode by doing this. Which is alright. He still has the EM Peach, which is equally as OP most of the time, at least I say so. His primary fire is different. It's this now. He actually has ammo. His shield is not in part of ability. It works kind of like Reinhardt's shield in Overwatch, where you can't attack with it up, unlike the Citron shield in the second game. But also, his right bumper is his old primary fire from the second game, except for it's an actual side ability, and it does a lot of damage for a few seconds. Which is actually pretty strong. But yeah. That's the Citron. And then my favorite, one of my favorite characters on here, Acorn and Oak. Which is exactly like Imp and Space Cadet. Here's his sprint ability. He runs around like a Beyblade. Like I like to mess around and say he's Baycorn. It's like Baycorn, let it rip. There's all that. His primary fire is like a little, kind of, I don't know what it's called. Shell shot. It's called the shell shot. He shoots like little shells, like acorn shells. Which is alright. He also throws down like a little bomb, and if he stands on top of it, he can press it and knocks himself in the air, kind of like Junkrat's concussion mine. His right bumper is like a little dash, kind of like Moira's Fade in Overwatch. I know I keep comparing everything to Overwatch just because there's a lot of abilities in here that are like characters from the game and their abilities. And then his Y ability is the Oak Tree. This guy has 300 health. He doesn't have as much health and doesn't do as much damage as the Imp Mech. He's a little bit weaker. But he does the same thing as the Space Cadet, where if you have multiple acorns, up to 3 of them on top of the oak, they each can heal everybody on the oak and the acorn. And they each have infinite ammo while they're on top of them and do more damage. The oak has like a slow shot. He can shoot from a distance. He has up to 10 ammo. He also throws down a mine, except for this one does a lot more damage, and it doesn't knock him into the air. His right bumper throws down like a broken log that's been chopped up, and it does a lot of damage as well. I actually like that ability. That's about it. That's all of his abilities for the oak. And another thing that's OP about the oak and acorn is that you can go in and out of the oak as many times as you want. I also have like a little customization for the oak, which is this headband thing that I got going on. And then here's the sunflower. Which I don't play much of the sunflower. I know she's a really good healer in this game. Her primary fire is kind of it's a more slowed shot. She doesn't shoot as fast as she does in the last game and the first one. Her left bumper, instead of putting down a heal flower, she just shoots out a bunch of sun everywhere, and then everybody gets lots of healing. She can do it up to 3 times. Which is actually really OP. Anyway, her Y ability is a sunbeam. It's still the same thing. And then her right bumper, I can't show you, it's a heal beam. Just like Mercy's heal beam. And then finally, here's Rose. Her primary fire is about the same. Like these little thistles. Got a wand. Her sprint's like this. She just flies. Her left bumper, I think, is I don't know what her left bumper is. It's called Jinx. Oh, curse enemies. It curses enemies so they take more damage. Her right bumper throws a giant goat spell that turns enemies into goats. Like, I'll show you. It's like it looks like Hanzo's dragon strike. Like his giant dragons that he shoots out of his bow for his ultimate. That's what it reminds me of. And her Y ability basically allows it to where when plants run by her, they get a really big speed boost. Also, Rose is invincible while she's in it. Anyway, I guess that's it for this video. My next video I'll probably make on maybe Overwatch, because I do need to make a video on like my DPS and support class. I still haven't finished the placements yet. In fact, I actually need to go back on there and check and see how many days there is left. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video.